Welcome to my channel, detailing events throughout the decades. 2002 Sknyliv air show disaster. It was Saturday, July 27, 2002, more than 10,000 spectators packed into the Sknyliv airfield in Ukraine for what they thought would be a great day out. The airshow was to commemorate the 60th anniversary of the Ukrainian Air Force 14th Air Corps. However, unbeknown to those thousands of spectators, tragedy would strike that day. The Ukraine's aerobatic demonstration team was first established in 1995. The pilots were classed as the elite of the Ukrainian Air Force's fighter pilots, and were skilled with flying the Sukhoi Su-27 aircraft. This aircraft was a favorite at air shows. While at the show, a Sukhoi Su-27 was being piloted by Volodymyr Topinar and Yuri Yegorov. It was around 12:52 p.m., when the aircraft entered a rolling maneuver at low altitude, as part of the aerobatics presentation. The aircraft rolled upright and was descending rapidly, when the left wing dropped before hitting the ground. The crew knew they had lost control of the aircraft and quickly ejected, as the aircraft skidded over the ground, heading towards other stationary aircraft. The aircraft struck the nose of an Ilyushin LL-76 transport aircraft before it began to explode and topple towards the crowd of panicking spectators. It was complete chaos in the crowd as people desperately tried to get out of the way of the burning aircraft. Both pilots survived with only minor injuries, but sadly, around 77 of the spectators were killed. This included 28 children. Some reports, however, do indicate that the death toll was much higher. Around 100 people required hospital treatment for their injuries, with hundreds more sustaining minor injuries. It was thought that around 543 people were injured during the event. The military were quickly blamed for the disaster by the Ukrainian president. The pilots were blamed for attempting maneuvers that they were not experienced with, and for reacting too slowly to the automated warnings in the cockpit. However, the pilots claimed that the flight map they had been given was different from the actual layout of the area. The two pilots were arrested on various charges, including the failure to properly prepare for the event. On June 24, 2005, a military court sentenced pilot Volodymyr Topinar and Yuri Yegorov to 8 and 14 years in prison. The court found the two pilots and 3 other military officials guilty of failing to follow orders, negligence, and violating flight rules. Volodymyr Topinar was also ordered to pay 7.2 million Ukrainian hryvnia in compensation to the victims' families. Yuri Yegorov was ordered to pay 2.5 million in compensation. Volodymyr Topinar claimed he was going to appeal against this, insisting that the crash was due to technical problems and a faulty flight plan. However, this was rejected by the Supreme Court in 2008. Yuri Yegorov was released from prison in 2008, with Volodymyr Topinar being released from prison in 2013. Years after the disaster, and the local community has still not recovered from the tragic events that day, forever remembering those spectators who died that day. May you never be forgotten. Thank you for watching and learning about events throughout history. Please subscribe to my channel to view other events throughout the decades.